Well, we're coming into the end of February now, and it's not only a perfect place to talk about them, but also a perfect time of year, and that is Zigs. Now, we're on the banks of Stone Acres in Oxford today, a place that's synonymous with the use of Zigs. It's got a stock of roughly 50 carp, and they're not that easy to catch, and Zigs are often the best way to catch them throughout the year. I had a little walk around today, and every angler here today is using Zigs on every rod. That just shows how effective they are at targeting carp this time of year. Well, it's no secret that carp obviously spend a large amount of their time up in the water, specifically through the winter into spring months. And it's this time of year that I often go for Zigs straight away. It's coming up to a year ago almost when I actually had Jack and Dave down to do a little bit of filming of a fish I caught just on the far bank over there. This was caught on a 9-foot Zig with black foam at the time.
35.6.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Going back, I've also caught fish on other low stock pits such as Englefield and Flint, where there's not many, but having just a little bit of foam out there when all else seems to fail is just the way to catch them on something that seems so hard to tempt. Now, it's no secret that Zigs are an incredibly popular method nowadays, and over the course of carp fishing history have become more and more popular. Now, it's 10 years ago now that ESP first released their Zig Bug range. Moving on from that, we're here now today to talk about the new release of our Zig Aligner Kits. Now, we've got 3 colours in the range to begin with. We've got an all black, we've got a red and black, and a yellow and black. These also come with 10 aligners per packet along with a mounting tool. Now, to begin with, we've got the all blacks. On days like today, I've actually got 3 out myself. Got bright sunshine, a clearer sky, and these offer the perfect silhouette on carp that are looking to make the most of these loose offerings up in the water. Now, on days when the sun's in and out, maybe a bit more overcast or a bit lower pressure, these are often push the fish further down in the water. And when you're not sure on exactly what depth they're at, we've got the other 2 colours, the red and blacks and the yellow and blacks. Now, of course, any fish that are below these, the lower section, the black, will offer a great silhouette working in the same way that the all blacks would. But then any fish that are likely to be above will also be able to hone in on those bright toppers. Not only is it in bright conditions during the day I like to use all black foam, but also on those bright nights when you have a full moon. They cast a perfect silhouette against those bright full moons on the flip side to those sunny days. Each pack comes with 10 Zig Aligners. We've got the black, the yellow and the red. Not only do these offer the angler a lot of scope to work with different colours depending on situations, depths and where they're fishing, but also on the back of these there comes a pre-moulded small loop. This allows the angler as much customisation as they wish. You can use the foam just as they are with the aligners, or you can get real fancy with it. You can pull things like wool through the back of the loop, you can mount maggots, worms, bits of feather, foil, anything you wish. Now, for as long as Zigs have been used in carp fishing, one of the things that hasn't changed a great deal is in the way that the lead is connected to the main line. For me personally, every time I use Zigs, I always use a lead clip. Now, in conjunction with Zig fishing, they go hand in hand in using bigger leads, which is great for hooking, but not so great for playing fish. Now, on the lead clip itself, you want it to drop the lead. So just cutting back the little arm on the lead clip, allowing the lead to come off quicker every time, is an essential part of your lead clip setup. Now, in conjunction with the lead clip setup, I always use a streamliner rig boom. This ensures that through the flight of the Zig, the Zig itself and the hook length is always kicked away, making sure that no tangles occur. I take out the foam along with the mounting tool, slide on one of the Zig aligners, and always make sure that in the instance that you're using a black and a red or a black and a yellow, that you mount it in the correct way so that the brighter colour is situated on top. So of course, to mount this on, you're going to need your Zig and floater mono along with your chosen hook. Whatever size you choose, I always like to mount it using a knotless knot rather than a strangulation knot down at the hook end. I just find that this offers the best knot for the Zig hook length in that when mounting the aligner, it covers the knot itself. Depending on what depth you're fishing, of course you want to measure out or overestimate your length of mono. Slide on your Zig aligner, pull slightly over the eye of the hook. Now I like to, as you'll see on the aligner itself, you've got the first ridge. Now I only slide the eye of the hook as far as that. That way you're using the full curvature of the aligner itself. Now when these are sat in the water, they often sit the way that maybe a chod or a hinge would, leant over but acting as like a stinger, so that when a fish comes along, it makes it harder for them to eject the hook bait. So there you go, 3 Zig kits, all featuring different colours of foam, allowing the angler to essentially pick up a pack and be Zig fishing straight away.